Oh, truly. I can't wait till we're back in person. But then I wouldn't see a couple of you. So, yeah, I know. So, you know, okay. Right. Get nice and comfy. And we're going to just do some belly breathing this morning. Now, you guys might go to me like, seriously, why did you spend so much bloody time on the breathing and the relaxing? Like, I'm sure maybe you don't have too much of an objection to that. But, you know, someone with a very busy mind might be like, truly, like birth is hard work. Correct. So I just want you to find a really nice, comfortable seated position. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about that, both during our breathing and also during our, when we're doing our warm up, okay? So I want you just to start observing your breathing at first, okay? So just notice the natural inhalation and exhalation of your breath and just kind of ground yourself and be like, okay, here we are. Like I'm ready to just focus on what I'm doing and not think about the other things going on, okay? But as always, there's always a but with me. If you get distracted, like that's okay. Do you know, it's like eating chocolate when you said you were just going to eat spinach today. Like you don't give out to yourself for these things, all right? You do what you got to do. So if you get distracted, that's fine. Just notice it. That's what I'd ask you to do. Notice it. Because these breathing exercises are just a practice for when you are birthing your baby and you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize those surges or those contractions were going to feel like this. And maybe you start to panic or you start to get afraid and suddenly you're breathing up here in your chest. But what I want you to do today is I want you to breathe the whole way down to baby, the whole way down to your tummy. So I want you to breathe the whole way down. Imagine like a glass of water, okay? So when we fill a glass of water, the water goes right down the bottom, okay? It goes down to the bottom and then it fills up. And that's what I want you to do with your breathing, okay? So I want you to breathe the whole way down to your belly. And then top it up in the ribs. And then top it up in the chest and then let it go, okay? And this kind of breathing, this belly breathing, I also have it in my blog actually, so you can practice both watching this or just on your own. This kind of breathing where you deeply breathe into your tummy, then you breathe into your ribs, so you're filling your lungs and then your chest and out. This helps calm the nervous system. And that's why we do this so often. That's why we do this every week, because by calming the nervous system, we can calm and get rid of adrenaline. Now, in birth, you're going to need adrenaline, but you don't need it at the first stage of labor. You need it when you are going to actually birth your baby. Like you would have heard of pushing. But anyway, when you're at that stage where baby is going to, you know, come out, that's when you need your adrenaline. You don't need it at the first stage because you want your circular muscles to be relaxed, and adrenaline closes down all non-vital muscles and it sends all the blood to the skeletal muscles, okay? That's what adrenaline does. It doesn't think. Adrenaline, it's not a thinking muscle. It doesn't have a chance to think. Adrenaline's purpose is to run away from the tiger, okay? So breathe into the belly. So when you notice yourself starting to breathe up in your chest, that's okay. Just go, okay. Or your birthing partner might go, okay, look, with fear of his or her life, okay, look, you need to calm down. Now, hopefully they won't. They'll know better than to use those words. But maybe teach them to say like, okay, think of your breathing, think of your breathing, think of your breathing. Come back to this belly breathing. Because the wise owl will come in and go, hang on a second, there's nothing to be afraid of here. This is birth, the body's got this, calm down. Because the wise owl can say shit like that, but your partner can't. Calm down, breathe into your belly, okay? So I want you to breathe down to your belly, into your ribs, into your chest. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on expelling the air. So continue to do this. Then what I want you to do when you're expelling the air in belly breathing is I want you on your exhale to really like squeeze the air out of your belly. So just draw your navel back towards your spine to make sure that the belly is empty of air. So imagine like you're hugging baby. Okay, so down to the tummy, filling up, feeling up, and really engage that core as you expel that air. And then fill the glass again. Okay, so I want you, I'm going to zip the lip, and I want you to just do this again. I want you to do it twice. So I'll just guide one more time. Filling that glass of water. So breathing down into the tummy, filling the belly, filling the ribs, filling the chest, and then squeezing that breath out. So pulling navel to spine, hugging baby in, and expelling all of the air before you fill back up, okay? On the next inhale, I want you to fill the belly up with air, but when the belly is full, I want you just to draw in a little bit more, just a little breath, and let that air go into and expand your rib cage, out the back, out the sides, out the front, okay? So causing the ribs to widen apart. And then on the exhale, I want you to let the air go from the rib cage, letting those ribs slide back closer together, then from belly, drawing that navel back towards the spine. And again, just imagine you're really massaging your baby with this breath, okay? On the next inhale, I want you to fill the belly and the rib cage up with air, and then sip in just a little bit more air and let it fill the upper chest all the way up to your collarbone. So it's going to make the area around your heart center, is what we call it in yoga, to expand and rise, okay? And on the exhale, I want you to let the breath go from the upper chest. So let your chest sink back down from the rib cage and then the belly. All the while, I want you to notice, has your jaw gotten involved in this? So just really melt everything and just relax. This is amazing for calming the central nervous system down. So in between surges or contractions, it helps you just to calm down. And that will keep adrenaline at bay to make sure that it doesn't close down your uterus. It doesn't send blood to your skeletal muscles. Because what happens in the uterus when fear and adrenaline get involved to a great extent, okay, to a great extent, is that the circular muscles at the end, at the bottom of your uterus close over, they tighten. Meanwhile, the side muscles are actually contracting to push baby down and out, but your circular muscles at the bottom are going, no, no, no. And so you've got this opposition happening where actually when you calm down and go, see you later, adrenaline, I'll be talking to you later, then everything works as it should. So the muscles push and contract, and as they contract and fill, they fill up with blood. And as the circular muscles at the bottom of your uterus open, they also open and fill up with oxygen and blood. And that's what a muscle needs to do. And if it doesn't do that, the blood doesn't get in and it doesn't all work together as it should, because adrenaline has got in the way. That's why I do all this breathing exercises. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to bring our hand to our chest and the other to our belly. So I want you to really notice how each part of your body rises as you breathe slowly in and out. And this is why this is so beneficial. And that's why when you practice it, it can really help, because you're going to need it when you're under pressure. And, you know, when you do things every day at work, for example, when a crisis happens, whatever you do at work, you go into auto, but that's because you've practiced so much. Okay, so it's your automatic response. But that's what I need your breathing to be, so that when you are in the hospital and you might get a little panicked, you can go, I got this, I remember this, and it doesn't just go out of your mind. Okay. So just close your eyes for 1 second. I'm going to shut up and just do one more of these for yourself. Well done. When you're ready, we'll start rolling our wrists. Well done. And around the other way. Yeah, so it's just so good. And even, you know what? If you end up having a cesarean, that breath is still really good, because you're going to end up, you probably still need an epidural. I did. And you'll probably have to sit in a day ward. We'll just roll our shoulders. Now, Patricia, just rolling should be okay, but just be gentle with yourself, okay? You're still going to need to calm down and stay calm, and you might be fasting if you're going for a cesarean and come back the other way, in which case you still need to be like trying to focus your mind. That breathing is amazing. So you know, just, it's always useful to just practice that no matter what. Okay, now, okay, let's get down to the mat. So if you have a blanket, or if you don't have a blanket, if you want to just fold your mat to cushion your knees, because we're going to come down to our knees onto all fours, and we're going to just come into child's pose first to just warm ourselves, warm up those hips, and then we'll get going into puppy dog and cat stretch. Okay. So let me know if you can't see me or if you can't hear me, okay? Okay. Okay, so we're going to come down onto our heels with our bum, okay? So we're going to come down to our heels with our bum. Now, if your bump is saying good luck, then widen your knees and leave room for bump. If you've got a bit of heartburn going on, get a cushion or a cushion and a pillow, and bring your hands like that, or one potato, two potato, your hands. But see if you can work your bum back to your hips. So see if you can work your bum back to your hips. Well done. Really good. Let's have a look at you. Beautiful. Okay. So I want you to breathe into your back now. And just hold on to that calmness, that feeling of calm. This is a great pose for opening up the hips and easing the lower back. But it also takes pressure off the pelvic floor, which is doing such an amazing job right now, later on in pregnancy for some of you, where it's holding everything. It's holding baby, all the fluids, the placenta. It's just doing a stellar job. But you know what? You can feel quite a bit of pressure then, you know, because as baby grows, you're just carrying so much extra weight around, and that can really affect your posture. So just really during this class, we're going to think about our posture. Just really be gentle with yourself, okay? And Colleen, you are just at the beginning of pregnancy. So there's a lot of relaxing in your body right now. There's a lot of relaxing in our bodies generally at the first trimester and the third trimester. That hormone eases out our body. It starts to just gently soften our joints and soften our bones so that they can move in order to birth our baby and to grow our baby. It means you might have an extra bit of flexibility in the body. If you notice yourself going further than you would have done during your pre-pregnancy time of yoga, then just gently back out of the position, because you don't want to do any ligament damage. Right, come on up to tabletop position. We're going to do, where's my ass, there it is. So we're going to just breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to enjoy a side stretch as we look at the side of our bum, okay? Then we're going to come back to center, and we're going to look at the other side. The top of our feet are touching the mat. Our hands are nice and planted into the mat. Our fingers are wide and spread out. And so just breathe back to center and breathe out and look at the side. Breathe back to center, breathe out, look at the side. Breathe back to center, breathe out, side of your bum. You know, you can imagine you're wagging your tail. Perfect. We're now going to do cat position, okay? So again, I want you to make sure that your hands are nice and widely spread, that the middle finger is pointing to the top of the mat, but you're pressing down with your fingers, not with your wrists. So imagine, as I say to the kids, there's a fairy under the palm of your hand, so don't squash the yoga fairy, okay? So I want you to breathe in. As you breathe out, I want you to round your spine and look through your legs. So round your spine, shoulders back and down, and then come back to center. Breathe in, breathe out, round your spine, look through your knees, and just check on you, keep going. Round your spine, lovely. Round your spine, lovely. So as you breathe out, you're really hugging baby in, rounding your spine, tucking your pelvis, and looking through the gap through your thighs, okay? So you're really, pretend like you're like a really angry cat, like you'd see at Halloween, you know? That's what the image that always works for me. So really round that spine. Okay, well done. When you're ready, just bring your hands up your knees. We're going to do some kneeling hip circles, just when you're ready. Take your time. You know, that's the other joy of pregnancy. You can get a bit of dizziness, so just come up slowly. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to just do some hip circles. So I want you kind of to imagine like a comical snail. A comical snail. So it could be really small, that you start out with these hip circles and like you get bigger and you really get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then back the other way. You might decide, okay, I'm going to go back bigger the other way, go bigger the other way, and get smaller. Easily get your back again. But what else they're really great for is that our uterus, our birth canal, is actually clockwise. It's fascinating. So many things in our bodies are clockwise. Our digestive system is clockwise. So when baby comes out, God bless it, and you can actually hold that little bundle in your arm. You know, later on in baby massage, you know, you might find that you need to work on their tummy sometimes. Go back the other side, because you know they might be a bit constipated, and that is clockwise. I'm just always fascinated by everything that is clockwise in our body, little photocopies. And then I always like to do a little side to side, side to side. Oh, perfect. Now we're going to do a lunge, okay? So she pulls up her leggings. And what I do for my lunges is I fold over my mat like this, so that whichever knee you're going to put down it's nice and padded, okay? So just pad your knee and then you bring the other one up, okay? And you bring it up a nice distance so that when you go forward into lunge, you can still see your top two toes, okay? Well done. So we're just going to, when we're ready, we're going to hug baby in, we're going to go forward, and then we're just going to bring our hands up into prayer position, okay? I'm going to come back a little so you can see that. And just really, just maybe pulse into that, just a little pulse back and forward, just gentle, and just enjoying the stretch in your hip flexor, because you might be sitting down a lot at the moment, okay? And we'll just stretch, and then we'll bring our hands down to our hips, and then we'll do it again. We'll come back, and then we'll go forward into lunge. We're going to bring our hands together into prayer position, and then, I think this cut out last week's video because my bloody Wi-Fi. We're going to come down. This is Yani Mudra, and it just is a mudra that honors the womb and the source of birth. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come up into a lotus. And a lotus breathing reminds us of wishes and birth for baby. So we're going to breathe in, and we're going to blow through soft rose petal lips and send a wish down to baby. Okay, so let's do that again, just one more time. We're going to come up to prayer. We're going to come down in Yani Mudra. And we're going to come up to lotus. We're going to breathe in and send a wish to baby. Let's do it one more time, okay? We're going to come up to prayer. We're going to go down to Yani Mudra, and we're going to come up and make a wish. Breathe in, breathe out through rose petal lips. And then we'll go to the other side. Now, you might be like, why is she getting us to do prayer position, flipping Yani Mudra and a lotus? But you can stay in things and positions way longer if you add a little bit of something special into it, okay? And that is a great way of distracting yourself during pain, pressure, surges, okay? So any bit of like dancing or movement that you can use, and lunges are amazing for moving baby forward, you know, or getting them out of a position that you may not be happy with, okay? So pad your mat, okay? Bring your knee up, okay? And then you might need to, if your bump needs a bit more space, you might need to scoot your leg out a little bit, okay, to the side of the mat. And you might need to bring it forward so that when you come forward into that lunge, you can see your front two toes, okay? Okay, well done. So we're going to do like we did before. We're going to come up to prayer position. Well done. Just check, is your jaw getting involved? So melt that jaw and see, oh, are you enjoying that hip stretch here, okay? Now, Patricia, if there's any position that's not suiting your shoulders, just come out of it, and even, you know, if that doesn't work for you, put your hands on your hips, okay? So work with yourself, okay? Well done. Let's come down to Yoni Mudra. Let's go up to Lotus. Let's breathe in and breathe a lovely wish to baby, okay? And come back maybe for a moment. And then go back into it when you're ready, okay? Mind your knee. So if you're feeling uncomfortable in the knee, just back off a little, okay? Come up to prayer position. So that should really give you that extra length and extra stretch in the body, extra space in your hip. Come down to Yoni Mudra. Come up to Lotus. Breathe in. And breathe out through rose petal lips, okay? And let's do that one more time. Let's come up to prayer position so we give ourselves that lovely extra stretch in the hip flexor. Okay. Breathe in and out here and just really enjoy that stretch. Check in with your body. See, oh, am I gripping in the jaw? Am I gripping anywhere? Just send your breath there. Come down with Yoni Mudra. Come up to Lotus, breathe in. And then through very gentle rose petal lips, breathe and wish out to baby, or maybe all the women who are giving birth right now. Okay, then bring your hands back to your thigh. We're gonna stand up, okay? So maybe move your mat first. And then what we're gonna do, so Colleen, make sure that when you're standing up and down, really careful. So what we do is we get into lunge and then we push up off our back foot. Okay, so we're going to get into mountain pose now and just really check in with our posture. That lunge is great for just opening up in birth, changing position if you have a back position or back pain, and just movement is fantastic. Okay, let's come on up to a standing position. Okay, now I want you to really look at your feet. Oh, here, I'm going to have to move this. Otherwise, you're going to see my beautiful checked. My check tablecloth. Lift your toes right up, okay? Okay, so you're just planting your heel down, your foot down, but you're lifting your toes up. And then I want you to see, like, if you can separate them and, like, really plant them down into the floor. Okay, now that is great for your arches. If I can fix that. Ooh. In your feet. And it just makes sure that the four corners of your feet are on the floor. I want you to bring your hands into prayer position in the middle. And this is mountain pose. Now, see if you can close your eyes. If that makes you dizzy, that's fine. And if that surprises you, that's pregnancy. Okay, so see if you can close your eyes. And just relax the jaw. And see, okay, is anything forward? So am I tilting my pelvis? And so, you know, because the bump is kind of pulling me down. See if with your eyes closed, you can notice that more and adjust it so that you have a neutral pelvis. Okay, so you know the way I say quieten that bell. So make sure that your bell isn't ringing, or make sure that the water isn't spilling from the front or the back of your pelvis. Okay, shoulders back and down. Relax shoulders. What about your jaw? Is your jaw getting involved? Just relax it. Just breathe. Well done. Next thing we're going to do is just some standing pelvic tilts. I'm going to turn so you can see me, but you look straight on at me, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up and really exaggerate that. Now, you may not be able to see such an exaggeration, but I'm really tucking my bum out and spilling the water out the front, okay? I'm really exaggerating that now, guys, just for you to see, okay? So I'm really just arching that spine. I'm looking up. I'm pouring water out the front. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to bring the back of my hands together, and I'm going to round my spine like we did earlier in cat, okay? So I'm exaggerating, really rounding that spine. Okay, let's flow. So arch and round. Breathe in and out. Really be mindful of your breathing. Just create some space in the body. Create space. And just go with your own breath, you know? Just really, as you move, breathe. As you breathe, move. Okay? So, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do Artemis Pose. So we're going to take a really big step out like this, a nice wide step, okay? Watch it up. No one has told me that they have any pelvis issues. So make sure that you do if you have any SPD or anything like that, okay? So we're going to do Artemis Pose now. So I want you to turn your front foot, towards the top of the mat. And you might need to turn your back foot ever so slightly so that your big toe is kind of pointing, you know, not quite at a right angle. You know, it might be more a 45-degree angle. Make sure you're sending energy to the back of that foot. And we're going to bend down, bend our front foot, bend our front knee. Good Lord, coffee time. We're going to bend our front knee. Now, don't let your knee roll in like this. So don't let your knee go whoop. Okay, oh gosh, that kills me. Make sure it's coming straight out and down at those front two toes, okay? Okay, where was I? Super. Now, arms out. Imagine your two best friends are like, I want to Zoom with her. I want to Zoom with her. So they're pulling you equally in opposite directions. And then I want you to make a bow with your back arm. Look to your middle finger. And breathe. Breathe in. And out. Notice if your pelvis is tilted, bring it back into neutral. Breathe. See if you can bend into that front, if you can go down a little bit further. Breathe. Are you starting to feel pressure in that quad? Is your jaw getting involved? Relax the jaw and tell yourself, I can do this. Maybe there's something in the room that you can look at that you love. Find it and just look at it. Notice its color, its texture. And then maybe just bring some movement and then just wiggle it out. Turn that foot around. We're going to do the other side. Okay. So bend that front knee. Make sure the knee doesn't come in. So it's when it's bent, it's pointing to your second toe. Make sure you're sending earth, sending to earth and sending not pressure to your back foot, okay, to the outside of your back foot. So you've got equal energy going to both sides. Bring your hands up, shoulders back and down. Make that bow with that back, so hand to shoulder. Look at the middle finger. Make sure that knee hasn't decided to tootle out. Breathe in and out. See if you can come down a little bit further. Put that thigh under a bit of work, okay? Because in birth, you're going to be working hard, okay? But the further you can get through without any intervention, the better the outcome, okay? So the calmer you can feel when you're under pressure and you're feeling pressure, the better, okay? So breathe in and out. See if you can bend a little bit further into that. Again, find something in the room that you really like or that distracts you. I want you to think and look at it. I want you to go, well, I can see a sun tile. So I'm going to look at the picture. I'm going to look at the colors. I'm going to, again, notice what's going on in my body. I'm going to make sure my pelvis is in the right position. I'm going to make sure my back foot, I'm going to come back to the tile. I'm noticing the aqua now in it. It's not as shiny as the other tiles. So whatever is in your room, just have a look at it, okay? And then come on back. Give yourself a little wiggle out. Shake those legs out. That's tough, you know? That's a technique. That distraction technique. So when you're going through a surge, they typically last about a minute. They can last about a minute. So see what you can see. Tell yourself, I see the curtains. The curtains are this. I see this. Distraction, distract. The mind is fantastic with distraction. Think of yourself wanting to pee. Remember when we used to, well, we want to pee the whole freaking time in pregnancy. But remember back to when you'd be like in a queue and you chat to the person beside you, you know, because you're distracting yourself. Okay, we're going to do a half squat, okay? Okay, so let's make a nice big wide stance. Again, we're going to watch our positioning. So again, pick those toes up off the ground and then plant them down like roots, separate roots in a tree. Then bring your knees towards that second toe. Check your pelvis, okay? So, okay, and then come back up. Let's take a breath here. Okay. Maybe you just need to roll your shoulders and just settle. We're going to do the, well, I'm pissed off at somebody one. So we're going to get that out. So we're going to bring our fists out. And remember, we're going to come down and just find the backs of our palms against our thighs and just let it out, okay? So we're going to breathe in and we're going to make noise, okay? We're going to shout and just let it all out. Breathe in and come down and go, ah. So let's do that again. Breathe in and breathe out. Out. Done. Lovely. Breathe in. Nice deep breath. Oh God, it feels so good. And then I want you to come down to a kneeling position. So come down by getting into a lunge. bridge, and then safely put your knee back. Okay. Okay, so you might need to scooch over to one side of the mat, and maybe you need to pad it. Okay. We're going to see if we can create more space in the body. So, Patricia, again, watch your shoulders in this, whichever side it is. Okay, it's that one. All right, we're going to do this side first. So just watch your movement, okay? We're going to bring our one foot out to the side. Can you see my feet? I'll make sure you can see my feet. So it's parallel to the mat. We're going to bring our hands out. So, Patricia, you might do that if you need to. Just see how you go, okay? You might be fine doing that, okay? Because we're going to tilt over to see if we can create lots of side space, you know, to help with that, you know, space that we need to breathe as we go further into pregnancy. I want you to make sure this shoulder is back and down, and you might look up to the top hand if you want to, but mind your neck, okay? And breathe, and this should again really create space in your hip, at the side of your hip, and that just can be delicious. Okay, and breathe, and when you're ready, bring your hands back to center, and then bring your foot back in. Okay, we're going to do the other side. Again, I'm going to pad my mat. Okay. Okay, lovely. Come out to the side with your leg, and your foot is parallel to the other mat. Okay. Breathe in. Bring your hands out. Check in with your body. Where are your shoulders? Where's your pelvis? Okay. It should be in neutral, so the bell should be quiet. As you breathe in and breathe out, hug baby in and just tilt to the side and see where you can get to here. Okay, I can just get to my knee. All right. So, and then just breathe in and out. As you breathe in and out, I just want you to notice, you know, notice some space in the body. Maybe look up at your hand. Well done, and then come back down. Oh, bring everything back in. Okay, so we are going to come down to sit on the mat. Okay, where's my scarf? Where did I put it? There it is. Grab your scarf, belt, whatever you got. Okay, whatever you got, ladies. Now, okay, we're going to come to, now Sue, do you have your blanket or a cushion or something? You might need to put, you might just need, for the first one we're going to do like a nice, this will help you, but you might need to pad under your knee, okay? So, okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come down to a nice seated position, okay? With our, we're going to be putting one foot out with our, and wrap our scarf around it, okay? But come down to the floor, just take the fleshy part of the bum bum. Mine has a lot of fleshy. Make sure that you can feel your seat bones, okay? Connecting with the mat, all right? Okay, now I want you to put your scarf or your belt or whatever you got in the house around the ball of your foot and straighten it out. Sue, depending on which side, well, to be honest, in yoga, whatever you do on one side, I do on the other. You might, and anyone else might like to put a blanket under their knee. Okay, now I want you to bring the opposite foot in close to your body, as close as you can get, and just relax, okay? I've worked you up a lot of heat in that body now. So those muscles should be quite pliable. So they might be able to come down towards the mat, okay? But if you're up here, that's okay. Wherever you are, gentle with yourself, okay? Okay, so we're gonna breathe in, and we're gonna make sure that we're keeping our back nice and straight. And we're just gonna use the scarf to just bring us closer to that foot. But we're going to check in with our jaw. Like, are we going to try and get closer to the toes? Don't do that. Gentle. Okay, so nice loosey-goosey in the face. Breathing in and out, straight backs. Okay, so if you can only get here, that's fine. Are you being gentle with yourself? That's fine. If you can come closer, great. But I don't want you to lose the position of your spine. You need to be careful of your spine. Okay, breathe in and out. I want you to tell yourself, slow down. As you slow down, I want you to notice, is there anywhere that is kind of at you? Is there any niggle? So for me, I have a tricky left hip, okay? So I'm noticing that. So I'm going to send my breath to that left hip, okay? Because when we breathe in, we soften. That's what I want you to think. Soften on the in. On the out breath, you might be able to go a little bit further, or you may not. Be gentle with yourself. Remember, you have relaxin in your body, so it will bring you further, but then your ligaments, you have to protect them. So I want you to be looking up. I don't want you to be looking down, okay? Because that will round your spine. So look up at your toe, if you know what I mean. So you're not going with your chin, you're not going with your forehead, you're just coming straight at it, okay? And then just slowly come back with the scarf and bring your legs together and give them a shake out, and we'll do the other side, okay? And hopefully your hips got another little bit of a stretch out there, okay? So bring your foot in to meet your thigh, okay? Put your scarf around the ball of your foot. And just, hold it like you would reins, I suppose. No, reins would be more like that, wouldn't it? So hold it like an ice cream. Oh, an ice cream, I'd love one. Breathe in and just be really gentle with yourself. Watch that spine. Is it nice and straight? And as you breathe in and out, gently start to just come towards that foot. Notice has your right hip or whichever leg is bent, has it started to come off the ground? So if it has, bring your attention to that. Make sure that it's connected so that your pelvis is as neutral as possible, within reason. And just keep that spine nice and straight. Breathe in and out. Again, focus on the jaw. Because in birth, that is so important. In labor, that is so important. So when you're going through your surge and you're just trying to stay calm, tell yourself, Doberman, adrenaline at the door, wise owl with me. Calm down. Soften, slow down. As you calm down, can you get closer? Okay. So when you're ready, just come around. Now, I want you just to come to a cross-legged position. So, Patricia, I just want you just even to do this. Just see if you can just do that for now, okay? And just see if you can make some circles. Just be really gentle, okay? Everyone else, I want you to take, you know, the ends of your scarf, and I want you to come back over and forward. My plant loves this action. Over and forward. See if that just opens up and forward. Okay. And then you might, kind of a different version of what Patricia is doing, you might just make nice big circles and just kind of get funky with it. You might go behind you, you might come in front of you, and it just gives those shoulders a nice workout. Oh, sorry, I got my mic. And it brings them nice and back, okay? Super, well done. Finish whatever one you're doing. And then we're just going to do a nice twist, and we're going to come down to Savasana then, okay? Oh my God, Patricia, you're probably sick of me saying this, but anyway, watch yourself when we go to whichever side, when we go behind whichever side, right? Okay. You'll be like, I'll never tell you anything again. Bring your hand to the opposite knee, and then circle your hand back to the back of your mat, and then very gently start to track your nose around, almost like you're looking at the horizon. So your head doesn't move. Do you know what I mean? You're going with the horizon, and you're looking behind. And you're really gentle with yourself. And you breathe in and out. Send a little bit of love to any niggle that you have. Notice, has your hip, either of your hips moved? Make sure they're nice and planted. And then when you're ready, gently track back around. And we'll do the other side. So we'll bring the opposite hand to our knee, the opposite knee. We'll take our other hand and we'll just gently put it around, or you might put it on your hip. So just see how you feel, or you might even just place it behind you. But just be gentle with yourself, okay? Then remember, you're looking at the horizon. So it's like your nose is in a straight line, and you don't have to look at that back hand. That's, you know, yoga is a journey, it's not the destination. Okay. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Now really just tell yourself, slow down, down, down. Slow down, down, down. When you're ready, very gently come back around to the center, and then get nice and comfy on your mat. We're going to just relax. Snuggle up to a nice pillow. Make sure those hips are stacked. If you're early on in pregnancy, you can lie on your back. And you know what? If you are comfortable on your back the whole way through pregnancy, that's fine. If you're comfy on your right or your left, doesn't matter. It's wherever you're comfy. Baby will tell you if you need to move, okay? Babies are great like that. You know, so just mind yourself and do what makes sense for your body, all right? So get nice and snuggly and start to observe the natural inhalation and exhalation of your breath without changing anything. If you find yourself, you know, getting distracted, that's okay. That's okay. I want you just to notice any thoughts and let them go. Bringing your attention back to your inhale and your exhale. Take a deep breath in and let a long breath out through the nose if you can. If you're feeling congested, don't worry about it. Let your whole body relax. Feel the air as you take another deep breath in and let a long breath out. See if you can notice. Does it feel cool or does it feel warm? Does it feel cool as you inhale? And does it feel warm as you exhale? Continue to breathe deeply and slowly. Bring your attention to how you're feeling today as you lie on the mat. Are you tired? Is your mind tired? Is your body tired? Bring in rejuvenating oxygen to your nose, to your chest, into your ribs, and down into your belly, and take energy from this breath. If any feelings that you wish to let go of try to take over, just observe them and let them go. As you breathe in slowly and deeply, I want you to know that you can choose how you want to feel. So you can let go of anything that's not working for you. As you breathe in, let a word come into your mind that says how you want to feel today for the rest of your day. It could be a feeling that you want to practice in the safety of our class for when you're birthing baby. So it could be a word like calm, joyful, strong, powerful, brave, or happy. It could be a word like peaceful, supported, curious to meet your baby, at ease, goddess, or conqueror. Choose the word that best describes how you want to feel and hold it in your mind. Breathe in deeply and fill yourself up with the feeling you want. And as you breathe out, send this feeling out into the world so that everyone around you understands how you feel. Breathe deeply in, creating a wave of this feeling that travels down to baby. Surround baby with this positive feeling so that they are riding a wave on this feeling as you breathe in and out. Is there anywhere in your body that needs more oxygen and more attention? picture a light of this feeling or intention in your mind. Breathe in and let this positive intention relax your entire body. Bring it to every molecule, every messenger in your body, and tell yourself that your body is strong and it's going to support you and your baby on this journey. Breathe this light in through your nose, and as you breathe in and out, let your body melt into a feeling of complete surrender and relaxation. Let go of any tension you might feel in your forehead, and any crease in your forehead melt away. Let your eyes relax. Let your ears relax. All they hear now is your breath. Let your cheeks relax and melt. Let your jaw release. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And relax your neck and jaw. Relax your shoulders. Let them melt into the mat. Relax your upper arm, your lower arm, your wrists, your hands, each finger. Let your upper back melt into the mat. Feel this light traveling down your spine, melting any tension as it travels down from your upper back to your mid back to your lower back. Draw that breath down to your hips and let any tension you're holding in your hips melt away, and breathe in and out. If your attention wanders, just bring it back. Just bring it back to the breath. That's okay. It's normal. Let your thighs melt into the mat. Are you holding onto your pelvic floor? Let it go now. It's okay. Just let everything just relax. Draw your breath into your body and send it down your body as far as your knees, and let them relax. Let your calves relax and melt into the mat. Breathe that feeling of positivity from the crown of your head the whole way down through your body, surrounding baby, down to your feet. Your feet support you every day as you hold you and baby. Let that tension go. Let your entire body relax. Your body is strong enough, soft enough, clever enough to support you and your baby. You are amazing. And your body is remarkable. It is amazing. You are enough just the way you are. And you're going to be a great mum. So rest your body. Nourish your body. Feed your soul. Be kind to yourself. I want you to think again about the word you chose, that intention or feeling. I want you to picture it again in your mind. Take a deep breath in. Bring that feeling into your body. Take a long breath out. Send it into the world. Bring your attention back into the present in the room. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch. Maybe yawn. Slowly come up to sitting where we'll meet each other on the mat to wish each other a good week for the week to come. Sitting cross-legged. Oh, thank you so much for joining me in my yoga kitchen. With my crazy issues with my meetings, even when I think I've fixed them. Bloody hell! I want the feeling of calm and joy. And also maybe some lunch. So even at 11:15. 11. So have a great week. Just go to the blog if you can. Try practicing that 3-part breath if you can. Just practice the breathing. Trust me, the more you can try and keep that calmness. It's like any situation, you know, when we panic, we can't think straight, okay? When we breathe, you know the way they say take 10 deep breaths, they should say out, okay? Because your exhale is actually what calms you down. So just see if you can practice it, especially the nearer you get to birth, okay? Right, that's it. You're done. Have a great week. Namaste. And I will see you next week. Bring the scarf again, actually. I'm going to do a little bit about calming and cocooning so we can work a little bit more on just how to hold on to oxytocin. So just, I think mine is just a cheap kind of scarf I bought in France in the market. Oh. You know, but if it's something for pennies, like something light, you know, that you can just do a few things with, okay? Right, toodaloo. Have a great week. Look after yourselves. Look after yourselves. You are growing a human. Don't you forget it. Bye. Mwah. Bye.